me.
Thumbs up.
And now we're gonna look at the randomizer for this game number 3. Which map would you like to see?
Which map do I like to see? Maybe not Broken Walls again.
Broken Walls again. That's what we have. Brigida.
Oh my god.
I'm really sorry. I've been asking for this one for the last few
it's your
matches.
fault.
And now we have Broken Walls again for game number 3. No big adjustments for both of these teams. And if I'm being honest, that's the best case scenario. You have the best teams in the world right now.
Yep.
The defending MSC champions versus defending M Series champion playing on the third map on the third time. They're laughing about it. And now they're going to get ready for the draft.
But these were all close games, really, that we've been seeing so far in this entire series. And they probably are so familiar. I know that they've been starting practicing ever since the patch came out, but all of them are now in the series and against the exact same opponents. They're probably way familiar with it already. But interestingly enough, the Arlot fully prioritized as the ban here. Lancelot, as expected, will come out first. Team Liquid Philippines. The Jushin again is there.
The Jushin too.
But will they go for Uranus Jushin again? Because like,
I wonder, because honestly, with that Arla ban, it doesn't really make sense. If you want to go for that early Fredrin, you don't want to get that in your first 2. I feel like we could go back to what Renmar said earlier. Go in for that Zushin once again, still a very powerful mid laner.
Yes.
Maybe pair it up with Lapu Lapu, something more dynamic for Sanford. It looks like they're going to steal away the Harith first. Then, are you going to get the Zushin?
maybe. I think that can be one way to go around it. So that's a Jushin Harith. A great deny pick. I think you definitely have to deny that pick from Keller, especially after what happened earlier.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
That dude is cracked on this Harith.
Because Oheb was also top 1 in Granger, as you mentioned, but the situation
nature
was
of the
too
matchup.
different.
It was too different. And as Renmar said, the frontliners was just crumbling way too fast for Tlph. And now for Onic Philippines, they do have the option to take the focus here, something that Kurt loves to play.
Yes.
And maybe even the Eve. We've seen that go up against the Zushin, but they're going to go for the Farsa instead. Back-to-back Farsa games here for Super Prince.
Yep, so does Carl TZ reveal his jungler here as well? You did mention the Fredrin earlier, but the Yisun Shin once more is still open. And I think it will still fare well, given that it's now paired up with the Harith Jushin. And if that's the kind of setup that Team Liquid Philippines still wants to go for, like these multiple cores, they might go for that again.
I wonder what the option here would be for Daddy JP. There are a lot of options, but they could go for their XP lane first. Maybe get that Lapu Lapu.
Yeah.
And there you go, Lapu Lapu for Sanford. We asked for this.
Yes.
We said that we want something more dynamic for the Apex Predator, and now we're gonna get the Lapu Lapu pick that also gave him an M4 World Championship.
Oh wow, Lunoff's ban, great ban from Tlph. Although it did struggle earlier, I feel like it's gonna suit the lineup much more now.
Wow. Can't believe JP's performance in game number 1 warranted another Franco ban.
2 times in a row.
Hell yeah!
That's respect. I mean, it will work out considering that the burst this time won't be coming from the mid laner or the damage. It's gonna be the Harith. So they still might have room to go for strong damage. Oh, no more pick off here. So we're gonna be trading things for Khalid?
Oh yeah.
Gatot?
Even the Hilda.
Hilda, yeah.
And there's no place for the Esmeralda unless you're going to put it in the gold lane, which means that you will have no marksman if you're Onic Philippines. So I don't think you're going to run that. And I don't think Kelra would like to do that as well. Look at the hero stats here for the side of Lancelot on King Kong. A 78% win rate on a massive 8.10 KDA. I feel like Lancelot has been played for majority of this tournament. Every game, honestly, that he's open.
Especially by King Kong.
Just have a request. Can someone bring out the GoPro, please? Like, please?
The bouncing ball incident.
Yeah. Bouncing ball, very good for whichever lineup ends up with it. Oh, they ban out the Hayabusa.
Wow.
So yeah, because it is Broken Walls, unless Carl TZ is the bravest Ling player in the world, then he's gonna do that. I think they might have to default into a tanky fighter. Oh wait, Joy, yes. Wait,
No,
pick it last. If ever you're gonna pick Joy, pick it last. You need to pick up your roamer first.
Yeah. So JP the Khalid's still there.
Yeah, but Gatot, Khalid Lapu-Lapu, I would want something tankier like a Gatot, or maybe even surprising like a Badang in the roam.
We did see that earlier too.
Yeah.
Maybe just if you're gonna go for something safe.
Yeah,
if
the
you-
Gatot maybe,
or the Fredrin. Oh, they're gonna go for the Gatot.
because there's a Farsa on the other side as well. It's a great answer. Okay.
Oh, what would mess up the Harith and even the Juice in here? Actually, everything is, I would be okay if they go for a high loss in the room. Because you bring down the Glorious Pathway, and if JP decides to jump in at that time, or you use the Glorious Pathway as a response, you mess up the team fighting of Team Liquid, meaning that if they want to answer or help respond to what JP did, then they're going to have to fight under the Glorious Pathway.
And even a Revitalize
Yeah.
to help the survivability of this Phoveus. I feel like if you're Kelra, you would like to get something in terms of like the Claude or the Granger.
Yes. I'm okay with that. If it's not going to be the Granger, something with very strong basic attack.
Yeah. Oh.
There you go.
Oh,
that's
very-
a very strong basic attacker right there. They get the Bruno and the Mathilda, which honestly gives me the question of their main engage will be Kirk with a Flicker Dark Wave.
Yeah, we did see earlier a Mathilda and a Bruno paired up together,
Yep.
doing very well. So if that's going to be the case, then I don't mind. We already saw it in action earlier. Carl, this makes it even tougher for him if he decides to go for something like a Fredrin, because they're going to be putting all their eggs under the Harith basket. Oh, this is such a tough choice.
Yeah.
If they go for tanky fighter, it's going to be tough for the Fredrin to fight.
Eason Shin still.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering maybe something unique could come out. But
Mechanics, man. This is going to be a mechanics game.
yeah.
It's still gonna be mechanics.
Yeah.
If you're Carl TZ, you wouldn't want to lose a mechanics game against King Kong. He takes the Lancelot, I take the Yisun Shin. But what I'm excited about right now would be the gold lane matchup once again. It's gonna be Harith in the hands this time for Oheb, and then a Bruno. Very popular during the M series run of Kelra
Yep.
Yeah.
in M6.
And it's a Bruno plus a Mathilda too. So
A lot of shields.
it's not just counted as one, I feel, because this is like the combo we are all so familiar with. We also saw it previously. All flickers as well for Onic. I can only imagine how the team fights are gonna go.
It's gonna be shocking. It's gonna be electrifying. And we're about to see the game 3 of the night. It's CLPH versus Onic Philippines in this golden rivalry. The
Welcome
last
to
time
Mobile
these teams
Legends.
saw each other in week 1, Onic Philippines swept Team Liquid Philippines. But after that game 2 win from Onic, we might just see something different here in game 3.
Look at the Mathilda, look at the Farsa, how they rotate. It's going to be up to Team Liquid Philippines to match that. If they're not going to match it, they're going to have to go for counter juggling and disruption elsewhere. Oh, okay. King Kong
Did
with the
actually go for,
retribution.
oh yeah, he actually went in for the retribution there.
He had to use it. There was a risk that maybe JP could have stolen it away.
Yep. So Carl TZ definitely will be taking this. He just used his retribution now. Surprisingly, Super Prince and Brusco are able to really deal with this. I mean, this is what you wouldn't expect from a Mathilda Farsa, no less from a Mathilda
Oh.
Farsa in the mid.
Ouch.
But
Oh, have taken a lot in
Yeah.
lane. Kelra is just dictating the tempo here in the gold lane trading. Regen already popped off there by Oheb.
And this is something that I did expect. I would expect that the Harith would win a lot of the
Yeah,
early game, especially if he lands those synchro visions. But it seems that Kelra's mastery on this Bruno and the choice of emblem as well allows him to sustain and outposition Oheb in the lane right now. But let's wait for those team fights later on. It seems that we are setting up for the next big objective in this Broken Walls. Once again, we have seen back-to-back Broken Walls games here for TLPH and Onic. And it seems that Sanji still looking for that level 4, same as Super Prince.
yeah. Again, no level 4s coming in just yet. even for the EXP, or especially for the EXP laners. So I feel like that could have been a fight earlier on. Now we most likely will be seeing one take place, especially as the turtle is already up.
Look at the level gap between JP and Brusco. JP is lagging behind in terms of the EXP.
Yeah, he's not at level 4 just yet. Brusco, goes in, but gets down to half HP.
Oh,
Venom
wow.
Airstrike already committed, but King Kong still gets the objective,
Carl?
but at the expense of Kirk. And that kill will go into the hands of Carl. Kellera too, somehow joining the fight here in the mid lane.
Wow.
But they'll stop here.
First blood for Tlph and the turtle for Onic. Who wins that trade?
Yeah, pretty even there, honestly, with how Team Liquid Philippines were still able to walk away with the kill, punishing the deep dive that Kirk needed to do there to make sure that they had the space. It depends if we could see a bigger win elsewhere for Team Liquid Philippines, considering they get the kill to get more kills, but at this point that time has passed, the window has closed, and now let's look at the items. Good disruption by Sanford!
Oh wait, he's denying that easy
Ouch.
take on the orange buff from King Kong. Also forced out the retribution.
Yeah.
But yeah, King Kong's
steal.
able to get away safely.
And the regen as well.
Yeah, really good steal there. Now you're slowing down the farm of the YSS. Of course, since the YSS was the one who was able to get the first kill, that was a good counter jungle rotation by King Kong. At that point, you're looking to see what resources you can take from the opposing jungler. They understood that the timing was off for Tlph to get his orange buff. King Kong decided to steal it instead.
And now we are entering the 3-minute mark where Oheb seems to be the next target here for Onic Philippines. Big upcoming rotation, but it seems that Tlph are well aware that they are about to go in that vicinity. Nice block from Sanji and the gang, and it seems that the gold lane duel will continue as a 1v1 unless Tlph has different ideas. And look at Oheb.
Yeah, there's the 1v1. Worldy already used as well. And there's a separate skirmish happening in the mid lane too, right before the next objective spawns. But Oheb's pretty low.
Yeah.
We'll have to be careful with this.
He took in like 3 extra hits from that Worldy after Kellera threw it next to the minions. And now with that river speed up, everybody's been converging on that next turtle. The first turtle was handed over to the Onic Philippines squad, but Tlph were able to get that first blood. Wonder how this turtle fight would come in next.
Yeah, it's going to be a full 5v5. It looks like both teams are going to be sending their gold laners unless Kellera decides to go back down. He does. It's going to be Oheb who joins the rest of Team Liquid 5v4, but that forces Kellera to go back to the turtle.
But there's still King Kong. There's still a potential steal from King Kong. And there you have it, a phantom execution into the steal. Sanford gets to immune the AOG, and they're still trying to fight back. JP in the middle of everything. Sanji flickering in just to look for a target, but Kellera, he picks up a kill on JP. Kirk might still go for this. Tlph has to be careful. Gets stunned! And there goes Kirk for the chase. Tlph, he doesn't get away!
And the fight continues here. Sanford tanks a bit of damage coming in from Kirk. Wave Spider used, but he's not going to flicker in. But looks like another orange buff will be stolen away here by King Kong. Thorn rolls out, baby. And he's able to take that buff.
Yeah, the final hit of the Raging Slash actually just brought the orange buff really low. Quick enough for King Kong to use the Thorn Rose. Kellera is taking control of this fight, but you have to shout out Super Prince, the Monster Mage.
Sanford's...
The Beast for a reason!
He just tried to avoid the Thorn Rose, but not even standing right in front of King Kong will do you any good because his basic attacks deal so much damage already, and this is going to be a turret that will go into the hands of Kellera.
The King Kong on fire here. The Beast finds one once again, and now a 2.3k gold lead starting to build up for Onic Philippines as they go for the invade, and it seems that Super Prince will be the one taking the purple buff as Tlph tries to steal away the Onic side purple buff. Is able to take it and stay alive in doing so.
Yeah. So far, they have to be a bit more patient, I'd say, for Team Liquid Philippines. But it's not like they're the ones starting things off, too.
Yeah.
It's just that Onic Philippines, they're not letting them rest at all, fully knowing that right now is the time that they should really be playing this aggressively. And just as I mentioned it, Tlph nearly fell to the feathered airstrike. they're just not letting up.
Yup, and they're looking for Kirk here. It's a 3v3 down the river, but Kirk is low on HP, able to go out with a guiding wind, and it seems that Sanji will just be giving out that vision as the last turtle of the game spawns, but I feel like they're not going to fight for it anymore. If none of them touches, and that's the Worldy, burnt as well, but the Crimson Beacon will be used for the side of Tlph as the turtle is started here by Onic.
Yeah, luckily Sanji got to reposition there. Another feathered airstrike from Super Prince. It's just causing so much problems for Team Liquid.
Yeah, every time Liquid rotates to the center, Prince is just there to shut it down. Now Carlteasy 3v1!
How can you do this?
And the Circuit Eagle Mountain Shocker only landing on Super Prince, and he won't even get to take a single kill out of that.
Caught between 3 Sonics, and the gold couldn't do anything. And the gold lead balloons up to 3.6k, and the buffs, I feel like, will be stolen, considering that 10 seconds is a long time for Carl.
All right, the lead between the Bruno and the Harith, 1,500 and plus.
Gee.
That isn't just because Onic have been dominating the map. Oh wait, oh that's, no, not like that. What a play!
No, the Dark Wave, the Flicker. It did happen right under the turret, all onto Oheb. No one from Team Liquid Philippines was able to react.
That was just so off-tempo coming in from Kirk. You wouldn't really expect him to expend this flicker just for 1 kill. But then again, you pin it as just 1 kill. No, it's a kill on Oheb, who's already down by 1.5k.
Yeah, this is looking like a very tough situation. Another feathered airstrike into the Infernal Pursuits from Kirk, but he might get punished here. But there you have it. Tlph finally get to pick up a trade.
Yeah, that looked like a miscomm there. It doesn't look like Onic were completely in the same page of fighting alongside Kirk, as Super Prince was able to get the burst off there onto Sanji, so Kirk decided to commit the Infernal Pursuit, jump on him, but Liquid were ready to respond, while Onic were not ready to fight. So as we look at the items, revisiting the 2 gold laners, massive, getting close now to 2,000 is the gold lead of Kelra, hovering around that. Feather of Heaven and just a Starlium, while Kelra's already on the way to potentially a Malefic Gun.
Yeah, that's the complete power spike for the Bruno right now. And as you remember, the moment that Bruno gets that Malefic Gun, it's going to be a lot of pain here for the side of Tlph, but nice dodge coming in from Sanji.
Okay. My goodness.
Didn't even burn the flicker.
Yeah.
By the way, he had the flicker.
He just trusted in his ability to sidestep his way through, even with the Wings by Wings already committed by Super Prince in an attempt to actually take him down. That looked really dangerous there for Sanji, but he's still in this game. But currently, Onic are in control of the Lord Pit.
Good control over the Lord Pit. Half HP on this Lord. It seems that Tlph will be conceding this Lord out, and that's going to be a Lord secured by Kelra. And as they go in for the fight, they fight one, they fight Carl!
They change targets, they're looking for Carl. Feathered Airstrike lands two, and the Dark Wave makes it right in time to allow for the Feathered Airstrikes to connect, and King Kong picks up the kill on Oheb. They take 4 members down, he finds a triple, it's only 40 left alone!
And it's the Apex Predator turned into prey, and that's going to be a wipeout for Onic Philippines. A 4-man Dark Wave from Kirk.
Bruce go with the knockup as well, and this could be it!
They won't even wait for the Lord to join anymore. Oheb and Carlteasy get to respawn. The Mountain Shocker makes it just in time, and they buy enough time for now.
The death timers were a bit too short there. That would have been a win for Onic Philippines, but Tlph, saved by the bell, allowed to defend once again. But JP might just be in trouble. Half HP here. King Kong finds him, but King Kong looks for Carl. Feathered Airstrike lands on one, and they're going to be able to escape that entire fight as they try to melt down the Lord down bottom lane.
AOG used just to get away, but that was able to distract Onic Philippines well enough, so they were able to work on the Lord that was able to get into the base down bottom. They will be losing all their holy shields too, however. Can't believe it's just been 11 minutes in this game, and Onic with an 8k gold lead. They definitely might have an opening here.
All 5 members of Onic are on point right now. They are fulfilling their responsibilities with every sequence perfectly. Super Prince with the zone out and applying the artillery damage. Kirk being another frontliner alongside Brusco, helping him, and both of them helping each other set things up. Well, just wait for King Kong to dash around and damage. Kelra staying alive. Slow, fundamental. a precise execution by Onic is putting Team Liquid Philippines apart.
Now they're able to take down the top lane base turret as well. JP going in, but just jumping away with the AOG. Onic knows that he no longer has his ultimate, but Tlph are still holding on to this mid lane base turret. They're not letting go of it. They're trying to defend it as much as they can. And Onic Philippines will now retreat.
They respected it. They knew that Tlph had enough damage to defend that mid lane, but looks like they're gonna play it safe for the upcoming Lord of the game. That will be the second Lord, and it seems that because of that extremely long Lord push, we're just gonna have to wait for 20 seconds.
Yeah, Malefic Gun and Windtalker already for Kelra. So look at that, it's almost a crit a hit. So Sanford decides to build up the blade armor. And I think that should be another one as well. So 2 blade armors in succession, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna have to double check the items. No, it's just the one on Sanford. Yeah. So no way in hell Team Liquid Philippines would want to contest this Lord, because if they mess up the contention, they lose the game. Yeah. So you see them just playing back, and they will wait for the defense. This is going to be an incredibly tough defense though, as Onic are stacked up. They have the items, they have everything they need to win in the next Lord Siege.
Lightning Truncheon as well, picked up here by Super Friends, which means that you can't be the first target of that Feathered Airstrike, or else you might just drop half on your HP. So a lot of positioning advantage here for the side of Onic Philippines, and meanwhile for Tlph, as you said, Brenmar, it's going to be a really hard defense here for the Cavalry. The last time that these boys met, it was a massive win for Onic Philippines, and even if it was a sweep back then, and this is a Game 3, Onic Philippines is looking for the same result. They want to maintain that #2 spot in our Infinite standings.
Yep. All numbers complete, but the first target will be this base turret. They go and back off for now because there are bigger problems to deal with, and that will first mainly be the Lord, but Onic will not wait! They immediately take out OM first, and it's a double kill for Kelra. Sanji trying to deal with King Kong, but there's not much he can do. Kelra picking up a Maniac before eventually closing out this game, and Onic Philippines in their second meeting once again win against Team Liquid.
And just in time for the release of their M-Series skins, they show off with a win against the MSC 2025 World Champions.
This rivalry is going